This train ride costs $28,000, and it might just be the most luxurious way to see India. If you missed our last video, we're spending 7 days on the Maharajas Express as we travel from Mumbai to Delhi, stopping at some of the most beautiful and unique cities in all of Rajasthan. We're 2 days into the journey, and so far, it's lived up to the hype.
Can you believe this is our life for the next week?
Our room is so big, it takes up half a train car, and it has a bathtub. A bathtub on a train. The food is incredible. The chef is amazing.
Welcome to my kitchen.
And we've been welcomed like royalty at every stop. But there is one thing about this trip that I am dreading. In a weak moment, I let Nate talk me into visiting a temple filled with
Rats.
That's coming up, but not until tomorrow. So I'm gonna try not to think about it and enjoy today as we explore the beautiful blue city of Jodhpur. The Maharajas Express is kind of like a cruise ship on land. Every night we go to bed while the train is moving, and then every morning we wake up in a new place. And we never have to pack and unpack our bags, which is the best. Our first scheduled tour of the day isn't until after lunch. So this morning we've decided to squeeze in a couple extra hours in the city alone. We hopped off at a random train station. There was no red carpet, no tour guide, and no air-conditioned car. Instead, we're back on the street haggling for a ride in a tuk-tuk, just like we like it.
I think we got two drivers excited. Oh no. Which one do we go in?
Here? Here. We go here.
Yeah.
We go here. You?
Yeah.
Or you?
This is awkward.
Okay, we're going with him. All right. It's just such a contrast to get off of that train and then be thrust right into the streets like this.
I love it. So we only have about an hour and a half until lunch. I don't think anyone else on the train got off at this station.
I don't think it's common for most guests to go explore on their own.
We're gonna go see as much of the city as we can and then tuk-tuk back to the train at the next station.
And then after lunch, we'll get on the official tour and we'll do the more luxurious side of Jodhpur.
I have a feeling when your tuk-tuk driver wants to shake your hand and then smiles and waves by, it means you're probably way overpaid.
So Jodhpur is known as the Blue City. So I just Googled what is the bluest part of Jodhpur, and somebody had written a blog post about this neighborhood. I figured this would be where everybody was coming to take their Instagram photos, but we are the only tourists here. It's just us walking around, observing local life, and taking photos of blue buildings.
Hi, baby girl. Oh, we were looking for blue buildings, but we found puppies instead.
That puppy's so cute. All right, shall we?
No.
Mandor Garden.
Railway station.
Mandor railway station. Yes,
You know where we're going?
railway station. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mandor Garden.
We had all intentions of exploring more of the city, but we just ended up hanging around that one neighborhood. And now we think this tuk-tuk driver knows the train station to take us to. I'd say I'm about 70% confident. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love coming home. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
What a contrast to be coming straight from a tuk-tuk to this air-conditioned room of this beautifully made food by Chef John. It's just the perfect compliment. Every meal gets better.
Watch your steps, sir.
I hear music.
I've come to really look forward to the welcome that we're gonna get when we get off the train. It's always over the top.
I love it here. I can do this all day.
Our first stop of the afternoon was the Mehrangarh Fort. As you can probably tell by now, forts aren't really our thing, but the views of the city below were pretty spectacular.
Blue color always puts the houses cool, and they mix indigo and lime in it. So the indigo and lime always repels mosquitoes. That's why they painted the houses blue.
It's a palace on the edge you can see. That's the palace where the current Maharaja used to live.
Maharaja Express certified tuk-tuk. Now we made our way down to the Clock Tower Market. This is more like it. We can actually see this market from up at the fort. We were in this area of town earlier this morning, but there are about 10 times more people now.
Look at the fort we just came from. It is so big. Oh yeah, woo!
So according to our guide, the Maharaja went and visited England and he was super impressed by Big Ben and he wanted to bring that back to India. So he built this clock tower. The clock itself that's actually in the tower is from England.
It is just killing me that I don't have a kitchen right now. I would come to this market and I would buy one of every single thing. Look at this cilantro basket. Can you imagine? I would just get the whole basket, just take it to my house.
So this is called a step well, and back in the 18th century, it's how they actually used to get drinking water here in the city. The women would go down the steps, fill up a bucket. So basically, instead of the wells with the bucket and the rope that you're used to seeing, it's a well that's big enough that you can actually walk into and gather water out of.
So Athletic Greens is the sponsor of this video, which means technically the next 60 seconds or so is an ad, but please trust me when I say I genuinely love this stuff and drink it every single day. Now that that's out of the way, let me explain in case you haven't heard. This is AG1 by Athletic Greens. Just one scoop of this stuff contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients. And that includes things like prebiotics and probiotics, which promote gut health, very important. Your daily dose of vitamin C, zinc, and healing mushroom, which support your immunity, also very important. Magnesium, which supports your energy, who doesn't want that? And all of these other high quality ingredients that I definitely was not getting from my diet alone, even if I tried. And usually I do try, but we do travel full time, so sometimes I don't have full control over what I eat, which is obviously why I rely on AG1 to fill in my nutritional gaps. Hopefully I've convinced you by now that AG1 is a no-brainer. So go to athleticgreens.com/Karen Nate to get our special offer, the AG1 Immunity Bundle, which includes a year's supply of immune supporting vitamin D drops and 5 of these travel packs with your first purchase. I take these with me everywhere I go. The link is down below. Okay, back to the video.
This is our first dinner off the train, and when they told us that we weren't eating dinner on the train, I was a little sad because Chef John is incredible, not only his personality, but also his food.
Can I book a cooking class with you?
No, ma'am.
But I have to say, this place is pretty impressive. It's a restaurant that has an antique car collection. It feels like a miniature palace.
Apparently this form of puppetry originated in Rajasthan hundreds of years ago, and we were treated to a show before dinner. And while the setting was beautiful, we definitely missed Chef John's cooking.
We could do something to satisfy your tummy.
We haven't been told that this is for us, but I have a feeling it is.
Wow. Good morning. Last night our train made its way into the desert, and this morning we have arrived in the town of Baikonur.
Good morning. Please be careful.
Good morning, John. So when I looked at the schedule, today was the day that I was most excited about. This morning we're going to visit a temple, and normally a temple wouldn't be something that got me super excited, but this temple might be one of the most unique in the world, and some may consider it the most terrifying. And then later this evening we're heading into the desert for dinner, which is a side of India we've never experienced before. Wow, fancy.
Oh, it smells nice.
Good morning, namaste. I would like to give a small introduction of this wonderful town. Almost we are approaching towards 1 million people. We have Hindus, Muslims, Jain. Also we have got Catholics. A great harmony amongst the people.
I am so nervous. Khan said I should be excited, so I'm trying to smile, but I don't want to be here.
This one, it took a lot of convincing.
What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing?
You may be wondering why in the world a place like this exists. The story goes,
Basically, a Hindu temple belongs to the goddess Karni Mata. Suddenly, a big epidemic spreaded in this village. Lots of villagers, they died. So rest of the villagers, they came to this lady and they asked, why are people dying like this? You have to do something for us. God said, no, I can't do anything. It was in their destiny, but I'll do one thing. I'll give you all people back, but not in the form of humans, in the form of rats. All the villagers, those who are living here, they are believing that these are their ancestors.
We have Maharajas Express branded book covers.
Oh, look at all those shoes.
I really want to be respectful, but I'm extremely uncomfortable right now. I have a irrational fear of rats, and if one runs over my foot, I don't know if I'm not going to be able to scream.
Inside they're doing the rituals, they're doing the worship of the goddess. You just come, do worship, get blessed and go away.
So the people who come here, they'll actually share food with the rats because it's like you're sharing a meal with one of your ancestors.
People are drinking the milk.
Yes,
that
as a blessing, because they believe in they're not going to ill, they're not going to be in any trouble. Almost 8 wonders of the world, the rats and humans are living together without any trouble. And we all know rats are infamous for transmitting the disease. Never happened.
Wow.
That makes this temple very special.
Photo? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Papa ji, aap bhi karo. Please do subscribe to the channel.
Khan is helping us get more subscribers.
Look at their excitement. I'll make you celebrities for life.
Please make some video. I'm doing subscribe. Please upload it in your page. Okay.
Yes. Also at
3 million followers.
and he has to also for subscribe and like their channel, right?
Yes, I will say
Said to Chirag, make a promise with us.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes,
Like,
said to the
share.
Chirag. Yes.
So that entire pot is filled with money.
Yes, the money gonna distribute amongst the Charan community, those who are descendants of the goddess.
I have been, for lack of a better word, dreading this experience. I thought they were gonna be just scurrying all around me at all times, but they all kind of stay to themselves. Honestly, the pigeons are worse. I'm much more calm than I thought I would be. Pretty proud of myself. My mom would not be in here.
You see? Taking siesta in awkward style.
Look at this one sleeping. Khan was saying we're actually seeing less rats than usual today because yesterday was a big festival, so tons of people came here to the temples and fed the rats, so they're all nice and full and it's hot, so they're hiding in the dark, cool corners right now. I don't think Kara's very disappointed by all of that.
Ladies.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. इसमें वो YouTube है ना?
YouTube है.
Khan won't let anyone take a picture with us unless they subscribe to our channel. So he's taking their phone, taking our picture, and then going to YouTube on their phone and pressing subscribe.
So as you get further outside of the cities, I think it becomes less and less common to see foreigners. So for the local people here, we're more of an attraction than the rats, so a lot of people are wanting to take photos.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Please say hi. I've been handed a baby. Oh, are you sleepy? Oh. Are you a happy baby?
1, 2, 3. All right, that's it for the rat temple. I didn't get my wish of getting to watch one run across Kara's foot, but I did scare her once.
Why would you do that? I can't believe you just did that. I almost screamed. I almost screamed. Hi. I don't know if I've ever pet a cow before. Alright, see ya.
Well, we went for the novelty of the rats, but I think the best part was interacting with the people.
Back on the train for a quick lunch. The cement chutney is everything. Delicious, as usual. Hot.
What
Yeah, jacket वाले.
So before we head out into the desert, we're visiting another palace, and then afterwards another vegetable market. By the end of this trip, we are going to be the world's leading experts in Rajasthani palaces and markets. Well, hello, I'm Mr. Cow.
I just love seeing local life. The forts and the palaces are beautiful and incredible, but this is what makes me the happiest. How many people do you feel like you know?
Most of the people I know. I born and brought up in these streets, and I used to play cricket, chasing kites in my childhood. I was very naughty and all, they know me.
Khan was saying it's a shame that so many people come to Rajasthan, but they don't come to this city. So here is his answer for why everyone should come.
Only city who has the temple of rats. Then you can to the old city. We have one of the most impressive temple of Jain. The temple of Jain is more elder than the city. We have Asia's biggest and only camel breeding farm in Bikaner. This city can make your day memorable. It will remain in your nostalgia forever. Please visit Bikaner.
It's like you've done that before.
I would not fumble. I'm used to it.
We have seen so many working camels since we've gotten to the city. I feel like normally when we're traveling and we see camels, they're there for tourists to ride, but here they're using them like trucks. So they attach a wagon to the back, and I guess if you can't afford a truck, or if you need to get something heavy where a truck can't go, like inside the market, you just take your camel. We've also learned that the bangles that Kara bought the other day have a little more significance than just dress up jewelry.
When we talk about the bangles, the color red for the newly married bride, and most of the time Indian ladies, they love bangles to match with their outfits. Bangle is a must for, especially for the married women.
It's almost like a wedding ring.
You can say.
This temple has been a pretty special place to come. It's a Jain temple, which is one religion. We can see a Hindu temple, we can see a mosque, and while we were inside, the mosque was doing the call to prayer. And all three of these religions have their temples built within 100 yards of each other. All right, we've made it to the edge of the desert, and this is our transportation the rest of the way.
That was a big toot right in the face.
It's actually so cute.
Not when it's happening. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've officially made it to the desert. We're walking this deep, soft sand, and they just keep outdoing themselves with these welcomes. And there are candles and twinkle lights and torches and a bonfire and a whole spread of food, and we're in the middle of the desert. I was not expecting this.
In the next and final episode of this series, we show you what a day in the life really looks like living on this luxury train. And I think we saved the best for last. Not only did we make lots of new friends, furry ones included,
He said, "You are my son."
but we also ended the trip with one of the best dance parties we've ever been to. Stay tuned.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes, yes.